Hello guys, it's Peter from PS Sound, and yeah, probably I should have shared all the build videos first from this Insignia build. It will happen at one point, but I think I just have to share the final finish of this craziness because it's quite something. Let's run through the system and I'll show you guys everything what's in this crazy SQ system. You may remember the Amprec video and the rack with the Brax amps, the sub box that I shared a video of how it was built. And now it looks slightly bit more different. Yeah, we went a bit nuts with the final look. It's really not needed for building a, sound quality system, but then we thought if we got free hands with this setup and we can create something special and memorable, then we should do something rather special. So for those who didn't see the previous videos, but if you go to the playlist you can see everything, the introduction, the Amprec build, some unboxing, the sub box build. For those who didn't see these, I may just introduce the system again and I explain what's doing what. So we have 4 amplifiers in the system. The system is fully active. There are 2 Brax Matrix Pro amplifiers, each 4-channel. That amplifier runs the tweeters and the mids running on digital from the DSP. So all those 4 RCAs are digital coax. It's not optical, it's coax. It's a different type of digital connection. The other amplifier is running the Midbass and the rear fields, running on coax as well. And then we have 2 analog outs, 2 pairs of outs from the DSP running to 2 more amplifiers. I go around to the back of the rack, then you can see that one as well. So we have a Zapco 400.2 over there. You can see the back of it. That runs the sub bridged. And there's an ST 850 XM2 running a pair of shakers up front in the front seats just for extra fun. So that's the Amprec. Check out the video when I showed how it was all installed and wired up. That's a rather long video, so I don't talk about that part now. Then here in the design we have wiring diagram for the power. Actually, I may try to find a fixed color for you guys, because we have a lot of stuff happening here. Single color, there we go. I can even select primary color. Nope, let's do it something brighter, then we can see what's happening here. Yellow, okay. So you can see the power side of the diagram, and then on the other side you can see the signal side. So if this car goes to a show, then it's not even necessary to put any other documentation out. People can see everything what's inside of the car, well, when the trunk is open. You can see all the components. And we created this edge-lit design with pixel mapped LEDs. What you see here is close to 500 individual LEDs in 4 panels. There's 1 panel on the top, the 2 side ones and the bottom. So let's go to something else. Let's say the logo. And then my friend, as you will see from this video, I tried to record some part of it when he was programming the design. He was actually programming this on Java. It's proper IT crazy stuff. Most people wouldn't have an idea about how to deal with this, but he basically planned the whole control side of it, programmed it, and it can be controlled from an iPad, a phone, or anything. And then you can do all sorts of crazy stuff he programmed. It's pretty mad. So many things in here. It's pretty mesmerizing. I'd rather not even talk. I just try to show as much as possible to you guys from this. It's definitely a very different type of LED because it can create really vivid and deep colors that normal LED strips can't do. I think there are 100 LEDs on a meter. So yeah, we have around 5 meters of LEDs in the system. So yeah, this is the back, and then I go to the front and I show you what's up there. So up front here we have a three-way Accuton automotive that I showed in a kind of unboxing video earlier. You can also see that in the playlist. The C30AM tweeters in the pillars, and the C100 AM mids in the dash that I'm going to share a video of so you can see how those were installed in the dash. But basically the whole dash was out. It had to be taken out. There was no speaker location there originally at all. It was a bit tricky, but considering how long it took, I would do it at any time compared to any pillar build or anything for a mid-range. The mid-bass install, that's going to be a separate video. That's going to take time to edit that because that took the longest out of all the speaker installations. I think the kick builds took like 8 days all in all with trimming. There's an extra carpet coming to the top, like a floor mat, so it protects the trimming on the enclosures. Many people think that the floor was raised, whereas what we did was that I was allowed to take the carpet out with the insulation, and it was quite surprisingly deep. It was like a good 3.5–4 inches of thickness in the insulation. So the whole floor is an enclosure as well as the footrest, and then of course the kick area. So that way I could create roughly around 15 liters, if I remember well. It's all measured coming up in the next video. 15 liter on this side, and then around 20 liter on the other side. And then people think that, oh, we should make them exactly the same. Yes, if this was 5 liter and that was 20 liter, we would have quite a great difference between the two drivers in terms of QTC in a sealed enclosure, and the impedance peaks would be very far away as well. But in this case they are very close. You know, if the F3 on one side is like 67 Hertz, on the other side it's like 63, then that's not gonna do much difference. Also, if the enclosures were the same on both sides, you would still get very, very different response because you are sitting offset. You always get less low end extension on driver's side and more on passenger side. And I will probably have to cover the advantages of having mid-bass drivers in the kicks in one of the next videos in the sound quality in-car series, because that's a whole different topic. I may use this car for that actually, because when it comes to extreme speaker installations, I think we can call this that. I also created a leg rest here, so when you cruise, then you know you can just rest your leg there or anywhere on the floor, whatever. Of course, you can't stretch it out where the speaker is. This is a sacrifice. If someone moans about it, then find another hobby. You know, when you want the best sounds, it is what it is. You can put that mid-bass in the door, but then you won't get the best sound. So that's how I look at it. You can have a comfy car, but shit sound. So something for something, isn't it? So three-way up front, and factory head unit is only integrated to the system on speaker levels. It's not really needed, to be fair. It's only for phone calls and whatnot. The Brax DSP is controlled with the director, and it can be hidden nicely behind the factory place. And then we made a 3D printed mounting for the Fiio M11. We are using one of the cup holders for it. It's a two-piece printed thingy. It can rotate as well, so you can really adjust the player to the right angle to your view. And it's fairly easy to take it out, pull the cables out, and then you can take the player with you. But it's pretty comfortable while you drive, you know, to navigate or anything. So there were not many options, to be fair, where to put it. Originally wanted the player somewhere around there. But then it was close to the gear shift, which also comes out to the side if you want to shift manually. Plus it would have been very close to the leg and dangerous, so that's just fine. There's still one more cup holder down there for a drink, so this way it worked out pretty well. At the back we have rear fields as well. I shared a video of the construction of those, how they were installed and built, and I gotta say that those rear field drivers in the C-pillars, oh, you can't even see them, Jesus. Those rear field drivers are magical. I mean, you know, people could say, you know, shall we put rear fields? Is it really necessary? And I always say that you gotta focus on your front end first and get the best out of it. When you have that, then worry about the rear field. Also, the rear field needs very different type of processing. It cannot run just with the normal signal processing, like you send left signal to the rear left speaker and right signal to the rear right speaker. It needs completely different input patching, little tricks here and there, but you can do it on most DSPs. And once it's set up at the right level with the right delay, it's magical. You don't even notice it. People say that it would fuck your front stage up. No, it won't. What it rather does, it actually enhances your front stage. It lifts up your stage height. It makes everything more live. There's more ambience in the car, more room information. It makes the stage wider as well. At the moment, I can't see any bad thing about using the rear field. Yes, maybe for pure competition, when you have technical tracks for positioning and everything, maybe forget it for that. But for daily driving, overall, yeah, I'm in love with it. Also, the response that comes out from the rear speakers is so linear without any EQing as well, that it's unreal. From like 300 Hertz up to like 8 kilohertz from the back, it's flat. I mean, there's like 3 dB difference between peaks and dips. I've never seen anything like that. Whether if it would be the case in many other cars, yes, they are aimed well at the back, but it's just beautiful. So overall, I'm definitely happy with the system. The client is over the moon. Yeah, there's not really more that I can say about this system. It's very rare that I can spend that much time with installing speakers properly at the right place, using such high level of equipment, and then you get such a great result. But to be fair, once it's installed well, tuned well, then why should it be any different? So probably I'll break this video here now, guys, so you had a great walkthrough to see the whole system. And yes, I know that you want to hear something, although it's difficult with YouTube, because as soon as YouTube recognizes any tune, then copyright issues, you know, pop in, and that doesn't help a great deal for my channel. But I have few albums where I have music that don't... is it on it? It's not on it. I had an album where I had music that was kind of like non-published music with really good artists. I can't find it now. That's a shame, because I know you all want to hear what it's like. I may share a different video just playing music, and then I won't care about copyrights, and that's it. And now the system went off. After 30 seconds you could hear the relays. So overall, we are in love with the system. The only problem is now that I spent 2 months with it, and now I don't have enough time to enjoy it. Usual. Guys, I hope you like this little walkthrough. Please subscribe, then you won't miss the next videos when I show how these kicks were built, how that mid was put into the dash. And hopefully I can talk to you very soon. Take care.